Welcome back to this ministry in the wilderness. Today we hear about Jesus healing a woman on the Sabbath day and how he felt about those without mercy who felt that the rules were more important than compassion. A reading from Luke, chapter 13, verses 10 through 17. Now Jesus was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath, and just then there appeared a woman with a spirit that had crippled her for 18 years. She was bent over and quite unable to stand up straight. When Jesus saw her, he called her over and said, "Woman, you are set free from your ailment." When he laid his hands on her, immediately she stood up straight and began praising God. But the leader of the synagogue, indignant because Jesus had cured on the Sabbath, kept saying to the crowd, "There are 6 days on which work ought to be done. Come on those days and be cured, and not on the Sabbath day." But the Lord answered him and said, "You hypocrites! Does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the manger and lead it away to give it water? And ought not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan bound for 18 long years, be set free from this bondage on the Sabbath day?" When he said this, all his opponents were put to shame, and the entire crowd was rejoicing at all the wonderful things that he was doing. Today, we have similar situations, where as a society, we require people to work before they receive medical assistance, even though as a society we can afford to provide the service. And Jesus was capable, he had the authority and the power, and he saw a woman in need, and so he had compassion. You got to remember, though, that the biblical penalty for working on the Sabbath was death, and healing was technically working. Yet Jesus pointed out that the wealthy and celebrated people in the society that he was in violated the rules with impunity for much lesser reasons. When you hear those in power telling you there are rules you need to follow before you can be compassionate, they are not following the gospel of Jesus. When first others need to pass some sort of morality test or love in a certain way before they are treated with respect, this is not the good news. The people on the outs of society were the ones Jesus embraced and taught that we should too. The people with wealth and station should divest their gains, then through alms, and today through providing their fair share. When profit comes before people, wealth comes before God. That is the sermon that Jesus taught. This is not woke, although we need to wake up and see that the way we're treating each other is another evil. This is not woke, yet to see your fellows as your equal, no matter their station of circumstance, is the gospel of the one you call Lord. It's hard not to shame those who preach the opposite. Yet we are called upon to forgive those who act shamefully and not judge. This is the way to wake up and see the kingdom has come if we have eyes to see and ears to hear, that love is the way. Amen. If you want to support this ministry and message, please like, subscribe, and share this video on your media feeds. We may exist in the wilderness, but we are not alone here, rest assured. Leave a comment if you want, and come on back to this channel in the wilderness. I remain yours in faith until next time. Blessings to you all.